Singer Chris Brown has hired Dallas-based McCathern law firm to represent him in a $50 million civil lawsuit. That lawsuit accuses Brown of a violent attack at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth last month. And joining us now here in studio is the attorney representing Chris Brown, Mr. Levi McCathern. Thank you so much for joining us, first and foremost, making the drive and sitting down with us. Mr. McCathern, I guess the first thing I'd like to ask you is what happened that night?
Well, first, thanks for having me. This incident, I think, right now raises really more questions than we have answers. The first question to me in talking about what happened is, why were these gentlemen that now have sued for $50 million back in Chris Brown's dressing room to begin with? I don't have an answer for that yet. But I do know that there's some history there, and there's some things that these gentlemen should have been on notice that it was a bad idea to even begin with. And they came back there with the idea of provoking difficulty with Mr. Brown. We've already had several witnesses come forward that say there's no doubt that there was an agenda before this ever happened. This was not a spontaneous type situation.
You're not saying that an altercation did not happen?
I am not saying that at all.
Okay.
There was definitely an altercation.
Okay, there was right. So this did take place. What you're disputing is the reasons that may have led up to it.
And I also want to say Chris Brown was not a part of any physical altercation here. Chris Brown, and again, hopefully we'll get the video soon to see this and prove it, but Chris Brown was not part of a physical altercation with these gentlemen. It was a bum rush between two groups, is what I think.
Mr. McCathern, this isn't the first time that an allegation like this has come up against your client. In fact, he's had a long history of these types of things sort of surrounding him. Do you think people paint a target on him and go after him to set up a situation like this, or do you think he has some sort of anger problem?
First of all, let me say I was not his attorney for any of those, so I don't know the facts or what happened. From my research and what I've seen about his past behavior, certain allegations I think were a problem, and a lot of allegations he was a target. My focus is simply on what happened right here in this situation, and I think I can unequivocally say in this situation he was clearly targeted.
Thank you very much for taking a couple of questions and clarifying some of this for us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.